Yo, don't forget Kitseletse postang, right? It's the like of things as the SAM Chronicles family will be bringing you content from Ekas. Bona vibes, real G shit, not the scripted
They
content.
don't understand what is the movement about. What is it? Are we here to benefit you? Are we here to satisfy your needs? Or are we here to work for the channel? Someone can access it and press the subscription button without you.
And then you like things and so why not? It actually all started when we would post random videos of us chilling or either going out and stuff. Until little did we know that
With another one, Bafetu. This is KTS conversation featuring the ASM. This is a young, what should I call it? Young recap of the channel so far.
Short brief.
Yeah, short brief of like what we have accomplished as a channel as a whole. And so on. So basically today would be not interviewing Mr. Maimani, but getting the highlights of like what the channel brought for you. First of all, like when they start there, like with the progress of the channel, how do you feel with it?
I'm in growth, bro. You know, anything that starts from nowhere.
Yeah.
Growth, it's something that is keying into thing.
Yeah.
It's something that is compulsory.
Okay.
You know, when you talk about growth is compulsory.
Okay.
So when I think of the channel, man, because you grow in some things.
Yeah.
When you are in school, you grow when you are in school. Because each and every time you get to a different grade, you're not doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So with the channel, it's like we didn't have one episode, we didn't have one video uploaded, but something to look like. When I think of the channel is in 2026, I'm seeing myself being there doing something.
Okay.
You know, like so far it's a movement, you know. Okay. As we have always called it, ASM, the African Stars Movement.
Right. I understand. So if you don't get it by now, you should get it now. So I like the fact that you said it's a movement and it has grown. So since it has grown, it has like basically what I'm trying to ask is like, did it grow to what you expected, or is still lacking something?
I'm new to this. People who know me, they never thought I would do videos, going to radios, being on a YouTube. Many people didn't expect me to do this, according to the character that I have when I grew up.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So me getting into this journey, I did not have expectations, because something new, it's something when you are in it, anything that happens, you see it as a lesson, you know. Whether it's good or bad, the path will always open, bro.
It will be clear.
So for now, I don't have expectation, but more work, it's something that we need to do. More content is something that we need to deliver.
Okay.
You know, the structuring of how we want things to be is something that myself I would not expect, but it's something that I see. There's a difference between seeing and expecting.
Yeah.
For me, I see growth in the channel.
Okay.
I see many people being motivated with what we do, because without your love, without your kindness, Lerona, we wouldn't be here.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, seeing growth, not expecting it, seeing it, is what I'm gunning for.
So when you talk about growth, are you talking about the subscribers or the numbers of the KTS conversation as a whole, or how can you define as like Moke, my man? What's success to you? The growth, basically. Let's not talk about success. Let's say growth.
It goes both ways now.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't say the question that you're asking me, I should choose one.
Okay.
to say, this is what I want. But at the end of the day, if people were not there, if Ndebele Nalo and Amulfati, we were never going to do content.
Obviously, yeah.
But at the end of the day, people being there, they are the element of what is growth. You cannot grow without a person. We didn't even the community
as a whole.
Community can raise a child. They say a child is raised by a community. It's something I see this channel as I speak of growth. I don't only speak about subscribers, because we can have subscribers and we can become shitty people at the end of the day. So those are the elements. As much as really, so it's subscribers, it's us putting more work, because without the energy, we are never going to do this. So for me, it's benefits, it's elements that we keep on adding. It's subscribers, it's our energy, it's how we view things, it's how people view things, it's how people give us ideas about it. This is what we need to change, and then the whole spectrum.
No, so okay, since we're talking about the whole spectrum and really about it, because of since we are KTS conversation that ASM, we are made by people. Before we dwell into too much, because I have a lot of questions today. So before we dwell in too much in everything, what would you advise or say as a person to people who don't believe in the movement, or feel like working with us it's a lot, or feel like we own their stuff? What would you say to them?
At the end of the day, when I say I want a girl, I mention that I want someone who will understand me.
Obviously, yeah.
Without understanding, nothing is going to work. Because if there's a system you need to understand. You need to understand. That is why we have configuration, settings, in which you configure things as to how they should be structured. If you don't understand the deep meaning of what the channel is, when now you will think for yourself, you will be selfish, you will feel like when we do mistakes, we don't consider you. At the end of the day, people make mistakes. You need to understand, if you're going to start something, there are going to be a lot of mistakes, a lot of failures, a lot of complexities that you're going to face. So if you're not willing to understand that, you are always going to be someone who complains, feel like you are entitled to what we have started. So at the end of the day, even if you can advise someone, but if they don't understand what is the movement about, what is it? Are we here to benefit you? Are we here to satisfy your needs? Or are we here to work for the channel? Someone can access it and press the subscription button without you knowing. It's not something when somebody subscribe, we get notifications.
We don't.
Somebody subscribe, so subscribe. YouTube. Because sometimes if you feel like you are entitled to some of the things that maybe
my people.
I brought too many people. YouTube doesn't say horror.
We don't know.
Moiki brought 50 subscribers. We don't know. That's the beautiful thing about it. When you see numbers grow, that means you are a family, you are growing. You guys, you want to see this thing moving forward, not satisfying your own needs. At the end of the day, you must satisfy the channel because its growth
is gonna benefit you.
Yes, it depends on us. How do we grow? In a relationship, if you want to benefit only one, it won't work.
And because now you're not putting something that
it won't work, bro.
Okay, I feel so, guys. In this segment, I think we're gonna have voice note or calls. We're gonna call people who we called on the channel to speak on their thoughts. So in between, we'll try to put the voice notes and everything. So what's going on? What's your favorite episode and why? Since we have 11 episodes that drop, obviously 2 you can't name it because between episode 10 and episode 11 it's you. So we can't count them.
11.
Yeah, 11 is that one is gonna drop on the. It's gonna drop.
Drop more episodes into 11.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So episode 8 is that the one. Episode 9, you are the ghost guy. But all of them, they are the face of the KTS conversation.
I didn't know that, just because I'm thinking for the channel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I would like to change the favorite part, and I would like to say there are things that I learned. If I change your question, I would say, what is it that you have learned from the episodes? From just sitting lemachita.
Okay, you can say it that way, but now it seems like I feel like now you are afraid to say, and now you are avoiding to pinpoint your favorite episode now. Because the question was simple. What's your favorite episode? We're gonna come to the technicalities of like, okay, that one was my favorite episode, but I could like this one to be the favorite. But now we're focusing on your favorite episode. Yeah. Okay, which episode did you enjoy interviewing people?
Obviously, one of my best and the highlight of my episode is the first one. Because we spoke about a lot of things.
Okay.
Even though we needed to be, we needed to get deep into it. Obviously, we can't explain all our lives in a short time or in a day. Yeah. That favorite, I would say it was the first episode because, again, it would be my very, very, very favorite if Shudu was there because nothing was going to be missing there.
Okay.
So I would say first episode is my favorite.
Because of like.
Yeah, you guys must go and watch it.
Yeah, the first episode. Okay. So out of all the 9 episodes, episode 1 is your best, and where you came up with the best the best present of you. Okay, so the next question will be, what's the worst episode that you had? Guys, it's not hate, it's like
worst.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about me?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I came across this. I would say it was a paragraph or a sentence.
Yeah.
So that guy, he was someone who wanted to know the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Bad things happened to him, good things happened to him.
Yeah. So this guy does not have a name.
I would just say unknown.
Okay.
Bad things and good things happened to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he saw someone. When good things happen, he did not complain. When bad things happened, he complained.
Okay.
And for him, he was asked. So, in terms of how you see life, don't you get disappointed when bad things happen? And the guy was like, good or bad, at the end of the day, it's life. you can't attach good to life, bad to something else, because both it's what makes life.
Okay.
So for me, I pay attention to bad things,
Okay.
because if you don't learn from bad things, you are always going to see them as bad.
You won't grow.
You won't grow, because when people say that thing is bad, for me it's like, what can I learn from it?
Okay.
I mean, even if with different stuff, like let me say Moto comes to me and say, you know what, a pawpaw, a fruit, a pawpaw is very bad. If you listen to a person and go with the advice, you're not going to experience life.
I won't enjoy
But for me, if I experience pawpaw and say, no man, this is not bad. So when it comes to the episodes, for me, there was no bad, but there was things that I did not like. It's not like all of the episodes are things that I liked. You know how they happened.
Okay, the question was supposed to be that, okay.
Well, I'm growing, I'm not big yet. You know, I think that question, it must happen when I'm big, bruh. You know, like
if we're gonna ask you why you are big,
in growth, bruh, I don't know. I beg to differ, because in growth, I don't believe there are bad things.
Okay.
Because when you grow, you face a lot of bad things, and those things, they need to make you grow.
Okay.
So if bad things happen and then when now you think, this is not growth, so I must know how to differentiate, you know, between what is bad or what is very bad, because
okay,
the episode is good.
Simple things. Okay. What's the bad things that you can highlight about the episode? Now we're not talking about a specific episode. Episode that something bad happened on this episode, you didn't like it. Maybe the artist was late, maybe it was me asking too many questions, maybe it was, highlight those things. Then
one thing I told myself is going to be difficult in my life is stopping to drink alcohol. Mind you, when you are not drinking alcohol, or when you stop drinking alcohol,
you get to see things.
Sometimes, no, not to see things, but sometimes you're going to meet people who are saying you are judgmental.
Okay.
You plumb with people sometimes, you don't drink, and they say, you are judgmental. That's the thing. And then now I'm not there. At the end of the day, you doing what you are doing. I'm not God. I'm not the one who's righteous. No. I've done bad things in my life. I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect. I don't want to be perfect at the end of the day. I want to live my life, make mistakes, learn from them. So let me say, we plan an episode.
Okay.
Vandaag, bra. These are the questions that we prepared. And then during the show, you manchuza. And then now I know correct. We spoke yesterday.
We're supposed
These
to.
are the questions that we are going to ask.
Okay.
But then obviously, dog, if you are under influence, if somebody says something, you are going to. I can't stop that. I can't say now and out no. I need to learn, okay. I need to show you mistakes. You're not perfect, you make mistakes. But those are the mistakes I needed to tell you about. Shoot the episode and then I was going to tell you about. I was going to show you on 3 episodes. Leah did the same thing.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you can't plan something only sober and think that when you are drunk, you are going to execute it. Not to say drunk, but if you are under influence, you are going to execute it the way you thought about it. Ankara right now, Ankaya ko cash building.
Yeah.
I'm going to have that thing. I'm like, yellow no. Now I want red.
In this instance, how can I answer this is that there's gonna be an episode where we're gonna highlight such things. But all I can say is that sometimes I feel like when you are harsh to the guest because of you want them to answer to your expectations. Now I'm talking.
Now I don't have expectations.
You do. Now get over here. Let's speak something. Let me see. Let me talk. You said now we plan something. Questions, right?
Yeah.
And then when we ask, maybe the first 2 questions are the way we curated it again. And then throughout, maybe we have 10 questions, they 10 sideways again. So now, are we gonna blame the producer or the guest presenter? Because sometimes now I look at the things, okay, the guest is enjoying talking about such things.
It was sharp already. Let's say we get a big production, contract.
Yeah.
And then we are told, oh, these are the rules. Are you going to go with what the guests like, or what we need to do for the production?
But now it's different because now I'm not the one who invited the guest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So guys, we'll end it here. So that's the problem. That's I don't stick to the script. But every time you need to understand that.
Why you not come say it? That's the question. Why do you drink Komsebiti?
Our what you studied is difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you studied is difficult. Anton.
Wrong.
Babo, what I can say in time,
It's wrong. But I can say something.
Now sometimes
I understand what I don't understand.
Okay, we had ads that didn't indulge in such substance again.
Yeah.
We
did not indulge, there was no
pressure.
problem.
The guest came with something, I feel like why. It's just a slim thing.
And to be honest, the drinks they were for woman.
The guest.
Thank you.
So, yeah, guys, as like as we are proceeding from episode 13, these are the problems that we are ironing out. So, in the next 3 minutes, there's not like, do you feel like sharing something that we can fix upon on? Because now, I feel like for season 1, we have highlighted what we needed to highlight. So do you have anything to say or add up or motivate or say to the next guests that are coming? Because I have guests now who are willing to come, but like truly speaking, knowing people, they were gonna disappoint you because they feel like people are self-entitled. That's all I can say. And so they feel like by you inviting, like me inviting him today, is like I'm begging for his time. There's nothing better that I can do with my time. So what would you say to people who feel like that? Sorry guys, I like food.
At the end of the day, if we look at the top elite people, they always have regret at a certain stage in their life for what they didn't do, what they were supposed to do. If I could go back and change time,
I would do 1, 2, 3.
I would do 1, 2, 3. You know, right now, if someone owning maybe 0 subscribers and wants to talk to me, interview me, I would accept.
Okay.
Because if I can understand how it's like in the ground level, how it's like, to be in those people who are studying, to be in the upcoming. If we're not going to feel like you are established more than me, it's fine. But then I'm always going to respect people who are at the bottom.
Okay.
Because as much as khonyiwa kodimo, I mean go fatshe ke, because all go fatshe, there are a lot of things that can happen to you. I mean, if motho na leng tjhelete, something happens to him, on have access to medical, medical help, on have access to a lot of maybe associated telling gore they are doing one thing. But for you, if you're going to feel like, hey, I'm bored and na ke batla go etsa go pusha nako ka wena, you're going to have a problem when it comes to being at the top, because at the top we think batho ba leng gore ba go fatshe, they don't
value our time.
Yeah, batho ba go fatshe, they don't have life e tshwana le batho ba go godimo, because even like the billionaires, dog, they have those times where they talk outside of work.
Okay.
Or ish, dog, this is what is happening. Don't like give people titles that for I'm fanu lawyer foster law gana ini na no ndwana, because the same people ba leng roba nyata today, yo mo batlo popang bro, you're going to have that jealousy le go ra tsebe go tswa ka.
Ngafuna uku-interview mina kuqala.
Jealousy is something that everybody na le yona. Jealousy we le sekolong. Jealousy you don't read. Are we inherited through your parents, or because your parents were jealous? No. God this thing. You need to know how to balance your anger. You need to know how to balance your emotions. You need to know how to deal with your ego, with your jealousy, with your temptations. Those are the things. That is why a human being is known as a temple, because a temple is something that you yourself can understand. But if you feel like people are going to waste your time, dog. I mean, for example, last week we had iFunny on the show.
Yeah.
The guy did not feel like we are wasting his time.
Okay.
Because he understands what it's like to be there, what is growth.
Yeah.
Many people who are at the top, they respect people who are growing.
Okay.
That's why at the end of the day we have your small business funds.
Okay.
Because they understand those small business, they make a very big impact. So if you're going to think smang mang haita something about kopa just a little bit of your time, o boregile o batla o pusha nako ka wena, bro, you're going to have a lot of problems.
It's a thing of like sometimes we're asking you because we see the potential in you.
Yes.
So yeah.
Because they don't see their potential.
Yeah. As long as we were suggested, we could do this.
Yeah.
So I think we didn't highlight anything. We appreciate you for wasting your time, but there was wisdom within what we said, and like what he said, basically. So with the caller thing, I think we're gonna have it in the next episode, because we highlighted some of the things, but I think we can highlight the things if the guest can send or call, so that we can improve ourselves, because we can go back and forth. Okay, why I did this, it was better. You would say it was wrong or whatever. But at the end of the day, your comment and the guest comments matters the most. So this is the KTS conversation. Not signing out. Coming back on the next episode. This is like episode 12. Episode 12. Imagine of like 30 minutes of wasting someone's time and watching it us. That means we are hot and happening. But this is like we're doing it as we said. We're not doing this for likes or fame, but it's to inspire the next coming. Or you watching this and you thought that you knew me. No something. But this is my full potential and this is nothing. Expect more. I've reached many things that I don't post on the social media level, but yeah, I'm doing something in the pipelines. Well, just know the bottom is waiting to start. Yeah, KTS conversation is about to sign out, and from the ASM, one love. Don't forget to spread love, because love is not spread out there, you know. Yeah, yeah.
It's all that's you. Yeah, Bafetu, don't forget, subscribe, press the notification button so that when we drop, you will know that we are here, Bafetu. In terms of doing something, starting your own thing, at the end of the day, you don't need your celebrities, your influencers. Just start.
Yeah.
I wonder with content, if you can just obey your phone now and do a video of yourself talking and post it and see how people are going to react.
Doing this for likes and fame. So please get inspired and stop waiting on others. And remember, anything is possible only if you believe. Danko.